For a moment, I almost accepted that I'm just going to continue to be stubborn and continue not to learn from my past mistakes. I was at the gym today, and I just had this moment of clarity, this moment where I don't have to push myself to the very limits to where I just want to break and fall apart. If I'm guilty of anything, it's that I just cannot accept the fact that I don't have to do things the way I know that I've done them before, and I don't have to do them in the exact same way, being a different person, in a different condition, in an obviously different body. I just keep wanting to push myself and push myself. It's just like this podcast. You know, I show up week after week, and the things that I talk about, the things that are on my mind, they're all genuine. There's nothing wrong with it. But there's always this fear that I need to stick to a format. There's this feeling like I've got to stick to this thing that I've known all along. And it doesn't have to be like that. I recorded a podcast last week just about a fight I watched last week, and you know, about the Paul brothers and how they're taking over the combat sports world, and how I thought it was really strategic and smart, and talking about business and all that. And I just, as interesting as I thought it was, at the end of the day, I listened back to it and I just didn't feel compelled to share it. So I just deleted it. It's gone. Poof. Never made it to your feed. And thus, I didn't put out a podcast last week. I also redid that podcast 3 times. 3 times. Where I talked for about 20 minutes or so, because I don't like to edit so much in a podcast. I like to just speak my mind, put it out in as close to one take as possible. That's what I'm all about. And I didn't like the way I sounded when I did the podcast. There's a lot of breathing in there because I'm in a different spot. My body's different. My situation's different. It's up to me to get that figured out. But in the meantime, I can't just shut down. I can't just stop. I can't just not make things. This is me, folks. Take it or leave it. That's it. I've got to continue on that forward track. Whether that's putting stuff out, whether that's making videos, making podcasts, showing up to get my workouts in, making sure that I feel good, making sure that I don't wake up every day in a spot I don't want to be. It's up to me. And this is me calling myself out of my own shit. Let's not accept for a moment that stopping is ever acceptable. Pausing, yes. Stopping, no.